Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today's November 8th. It's election day, so don't forget to be a good real estate investor and flip the house today. All right, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. And of course, if you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information as well. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you are watching online, hit that like button. So everybody out there, hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And you can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify. So please go there and subscribe as well. You can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. All right, real quick, bunch of people saying hi. I want to say hello to them back. And it looks like we've got James coming in from YouTube. We got my lovely wife saying hi. We've got Peter coming in and Jose coming in from YouTube and Tommy saying hi. And we got Tom saying hi and Ken the Democrat baby killer saying hi, whatever. And we also have Robert saying hi. All right, that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Hey, don't forget, if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that to make sure you can always see the show. I actually was surprised that something I put on my story didn't get me thrown in Facebook jail. I was actually expecting it. But hey, what are you going to do? But if I'm ever in Facebook jail, I could still transmit at the Money Chat Now page. I just can't transmit on my own page. So please go to the Money Chat Now page and like it so you never miss a show due to the Facebook censorship. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the market recap. We're going to be talking about Homebuyer Confidence. I have a question for you. Do you want more COVID? And we're going to be talking about inflation and the holidays. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing, stock options trading, and so many other things about money that I bet you didn't even know, and you'll learn it from those who are doing it every day. Hey, do you guys know how to share this program? Come on, everybody share the program right now. Get a kick out of it. Share it with your friends. Share it on your timeline. Underneath the video on the right, there's a share button. Just press the share button and choose from Share Now from the drop-down button. And I want to thank a couple of people yesterday who shared it. Mike and Mark and Betsy shared it. And I think Barbara shared it as well. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you guys. And I bet your friends are loving it too. Let's talk about yesterday. It was another great day as the stock market prepared for the red wave. And basically, the powers of the dictator Biden to start to fade away. Think about that, though. There are only 2 months left for Nancy Pelosi to kill off Biden and convince Harris to step down so she, Pelosi, can become president. You know, if the reboot of the House of Cards, it's basically the reboot of the House of Cards with Frank Underwood being replaced by a female in the role. You know, just like everything that used to be male-oriented, she's now the female in the role. So will she pull it off in time? Actually, think about it. All she needs to do is bump off Biden, and the second part of the plan can wait. She just has to become vice president before the new Speaker of the House, Steve Scalise, gets appointed by the Republicans. Anyway, getting back to the market, the Dow closed up 423 points and put the Dow at the top of my predicted range of almost 33,000. It's shy of this for about 123 points, and that means we may have some pop today, but it shouldn't last long. The market already has the red wave factored in, so no matter who wins, the market's going to drop. Of course, if the Republicans win, it'll be a much smaller drop. If the Dems win, expect a 500 to 800 point drop over the next 2 days. The other danger to the market is society. And society, of course, is the time it may take to count the votes. You know, like how many days it takes to find all the votes. If this goes on, like the lottery, you guys hear about the lottery? Unbelievable. The lottery, they can't pick the numbers last night because of some technical glitch. Unbelievable. Anyway, if this goes on, the market will really drop over the uncertainty of the outcome and the uncertainty of election integrity. Election integrity, you know, the approved newspeak word. I can't say the real word like fraud or cheating because if YouTube and Facebook bots will shut you down if you put those words too close to the word election or voting. So the election integrity will be a factor in the market as well. If it's positive integrity, we will have a winner before we go to bed tonight. All will be good. If not, then the resulting negative integrity will affect the market. By the way, how did I do dancing around that issue? I guess the answer will be found tomorrow if I'm still on YouTube or whatever. Anyway, yesterday we saw Meta pop on the news of mass layoffs being announced this week. Can you imagine the people working for Meta seeing the stock go up as they worry about their jobs? Wow, that must be painful. Well, anyway, they will send the censorship department, hopefully they will send the censorship department packing, and it'll become more like the new Twitter. By the way, have you been on Twitter lately? I got to tell you, Twitter is hysterical lately. It's better than it was while Trump was on the platform. Elon Musk has become the ultimate troll. You guys hear the story about Kathy Griffin, the headless Trump comic who lost her whole career over that stupid move? Well, she just lost her Twitter account for pretending to be Elon Musk. He canceled her account. But the best part was when someone retweeted it with the headline, Kathy lost her account for pretending to be Elon Musk. Well, Elon Musk tweeted back and said, actually, she lost her account for pretending to be a comedian. I laughed so hard my coffee went up my nostrils on that one. I got to tell you, it looks like we have Zuckerberg playing in the metaverse and Musk playing in the birdcage. We will see who wins in the end. My money would be on Musk. Anyway, as I was saying, Facebook stock jumped about $6 on the news of the layoffs. I should have given in a little on my hard price of 85. I don't know if you guys know, I kept saying buy it at 85. It hit 88 last week, and that would have been a great stock option play for 8 points in 3 days. That can make you a lot of money. All right, today we also have another big day of earnings. 428 companies will be reporting. 3 notables will be Disney, AMC, and Occidental Petroleum. I think Disney will do fine here, and probably Oxy too. AMC, I don't know, man. There hasn't really been a new and exciting movie lately, so I think it will be a fail. Anyway, another hot stock yesterday was DWAC. That's right. This is the stock that owns the social media company Truth Social. This is the Donald Trump social media site. You know what I'm talking about, right? So the stock jumped 66% yesterday when Trump made a hint that he was going to run for president in 2024. The company had been pretty badly beaten up with the Elon Musk takeover of Twitter, but with all the turmoil around Twitter and the Trump hinting to run, the company is looking better and better. So today, it'll be all about the elections. Hey, if you want your 401k to go up, vote Republican. Believe it or not, it's that simple. And if you decide to sit this vote out, the consequences will be huge. It is truly like the vote in a third world country that's trying to regain its place in the world. The strange part is, just like in other countries, there are people voting against the core fabric of the country. Don't be one of them. Don't be like Ken the Democrat. Be sure you get out there today and vote red to make the market go black. All right, let's take a look at today's futures. Right now, the Dow is up 40. The S&P is just up a touch, about 6, and the NASDAQ is up 51. All right, real quick, I'm going to see who's on. A whole bunch of people saying hi on Facebook, so I don't know if I'm going to catch everybody, but I'll try. I got to go back and look. It looks like we got Robert saying hi, and James saying hi, and Mark. And, it looks like the chatter between Ken, the Democrat, and everybody else is going fun. Make sure everybody go troll Ken, the Democrat. He keeps trolling me all day long, so go troll Ken the Democrat. Put stuff on like, like Oz is the winner, and, go troll him. All right. Anyway. All right, there we go. Let's talk about homebuyer confidence. So each day it gets worse and worse or better and better, depending on if you're a buyer or a seller. The housing market just keeps getting more and more difficult to maneuver, and according to a study by Fannie Mae, the nation's leader in lending, consumer confidence in the housing market has hit a new low. In October, just 16% of the consumers said they thought now is a good time to buy a home. 16%. This data was collected through a monthly survey by Fannie Mae, and that's the lowest number since the survey began in 2011. On the other side, the share of respondents who thought now is a good time to sell a home dropped from 59% to 51%. Fannie Mae's survey looks like it's just not, it's not, by the way, it's not just about buying and selling, but it tests sentiment about home prices, mortgage rates, and the job market. It combines them all into one number, which also fell for the 8th straight month and now sits at a new low. A higher share of consumers, 37% of them, said they expect home prices to drop in the next 12 months, and that compares with 35% in September. So, of course, many more also believe mortgage rates will rise. Home prices dropped again in September. However, it was at a slower monthly pace than they dropped in July and August. Prices are now down 2.6% since June. It's the first 3-month decline since 2018 when interest rates also rose. It's the worst 3-month stretch for home prices since early 2009. Prices, however, was still 10.7% higher in September than the same month last year. So basically, just so you know, house prices aren't really coming down yet, but they're rising at a much slower pace. We already know, what's going to happen next. House prices will start to decline from today's prices, and that will happen by the spring. But following this spring, the next one will really show pain. Spending will get tighter for most Americans, and mortgages will be harder to qualify for. Loan defaults are still, believe it or not, at record lows. It's surprising, right? But don't expect that to last. The defaults will start in about a year. Many have had their student loan and their mortgage payments deferred, and some are just catching up. By the way, speaking of student loans, I mentioned last week that the student loan forgiveness was blocked by a set of Republicans who are fighting the legality of it. I have not heard anything yet, but I've also not heard Biden screaming and yelling about this. It makes me think he got his headline that the loans would be forgiven, and now he doesn't care anymore. That's the problem with politicians, especially Democrats. They look for the attention instead of the goal of helping their constituents. Student loan forgiveness has been on hold since October 21st, while the appellate court considers the request for injunction pending by the appeal of the dismissal of a case brought by 6 Republican-led states. I have said they have a slim chance, but it appears that Biden really doesn't care too much about it. He got his headline before today's vote, and now he appears to not care. The student loans will probably be forgiven. The problem was how they were forgiven. Biden used the emergency powers of the coronavirus. Coronavirus. Remember that bad cold that some had? That, basically it allowed government to throw away the Constitution. The student loan forgiveness was just one example of the abuse of power that the president used. Anyway, the housing market, is getting back to that, will continue to drop as long as the Fed continues to raise rates, and the Fed will continue to raise rates as long as inflation continues to rise, and inflation will continue to rise unless we vote it out. Vote out inflation today. Voting red to make the market go black. Okay, let's take a break here while you guys get in your car and go to the polls to vote. Just play me through your Bluetooth system. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there. And if you'd like to connect to me, please go to contactlarry.com. And there you'll find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. I actually wonder, anybody take a look at Ken the Democrat's profile? Doesn't it look like he's a fake profile? I actually think he should pay the $8 to have his profile verified. All right, so far, of course, we've been talking about the market recap. The Dow is up 42, the S&P is up about 6, and the NASDAQ is up about 48. We talked about homebuyer confidence, and it's not good. Coming up, do you guys want more COVID? Hey, and we're also going to be talking about inflation in the holidays, and then, of course, today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Everybody hit that share button right now. Hit the share button. I'm about to go through something that you're going to love. Leave me a comment and say hi if you haven't already, and leave me a comment is the only way I know you're watching, so please share and like as well. Also, don't forget to order my new book called Money Hacks, and if you ordered it, please leave a review on Amazon. And by the way, everybody should have this book by now. If you don't, I'm really upset at you. You guys have no right to watch my show unless you order my book. Boy, do I sound like a Democrat? Anyway, all right. Let's talk about COVID. Hey, as we watch the Democrats destroy the country for the last 3 years under the guise of the big bad cold called coronavirus, we also saw the relief and complete turnaround of COVID policies as we reached the midterm elections. Coincidence? Not a chance. The real COVID panic and problem ended a good year before we were allowed to get our lives back. Then we get our lives back about 6 months before the midterm election. So they waited till 6 months before the midterm election. I remember breaking the police barrier to free a local park and the tyranny of the government. Do you remember the parks being closed to punish the children into making the parents more submissive? Or how about the day I actually hung a flag at a local park? If you guys haven't seen this video, I actually hung a flag at a local park who seemed to think that hanging a flag on a flagpole could cause coronavirus to spread and kill grandma in California. Well, China is still experiencing the same dictatorship and control over their citizens as the Democrats did and their leader Biden did to us 2 years ago. Yesterday, I mentioned how Shanghai Disney became a concentration camp when the army locked all the visitors into the park because someone sneezed. No one could leave unless they tested negative for the virus. Hours of waiting to leave because the dictator president there. China has had the notion that they can control a respiratory disease by locking down and locking up their citizens. The president there, Xi Jinping, said that there would be zero tolerance COVID policy in place. He is also basically telling the masses that if you can't get a cold, and if you do, there will be dire consequences. Anything from being locked down to locked up. Yes, in China, you could be sent to prison if you don't wear a mask. You could even be sent to prison if you don't test every day for COVID. And of course, you could be sent to prison for protesting this ridiculousness. More and more people are trying to stand up to this tyrannical leader, and they're getting killed or in prison. But here's the thing you need to understand the most. Listen carefully. Jinping was slowing down his tyranny over COVID. He relaxed some of the restrictions right before the elections in China. Well, guess what happened when he was reelected? He made it even worse. The lockdowns got worse, and as I said, even Disney was turned into a concentration camp. Now, back to the United States. Do you want COVID back? If you don't, make sure you vote to make it go away. You want to know what the Democrats and Biden have not been talking about COVID lately? It's all about the midterm election today. No mention of COVID makes it better for their side. If by any chance the Democrats keep power, get ready to take your masks off your rearview mirror that's been baking in the sun and growing all kinds of bacteria. You're going to need this bacteria-infested appliance to live here again. If they win, make sure this country does not turn into China. Vote Republican today. All right, let's get into inflation in the holidays. Hey, well, the holidays are almost here. Thanksgiving is 2 weeks away, and my birthday is 3 days after that. Did everybody catch that? My birthday is 3 days after Thanksgiving. I think Trump is trying to make that a national holiday, and if he gets reelected, that'll happen, so make sure you vote for him, just for that reason alone. All right, I'm kidding. Of course, after my birthday is Hanukkah and Christmas season. Oh, and of course, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa? Yeah, Kwanzaa. Yes, because when we were kids, we could be Christian and celebrate Christmas, or you could be Jewish and celebrate Hanukkah. But what about the black kids? Well, since they can't be Jewish or Christian, let's make a big deal about something called Kwanzaa so the black people can feel good and play along too. I gotta tell you, racism is perpetuated by do-gooders. Even when I was 7 years old and I was told that the black kids would celebrate Kwanzaa and not Christmas or Hanukkah, I felt it was so racist. Who wants to celebrate Kwanzaa with me this year? Hey, we could all sit around, we could have rice or couscous, we could have candied yams, buttermilk biscuits, and spoon bread, and we could even have plantains, fritters, or Hoppin' Johns, or injera. By the way, what the hell is a Hoppin' John? Anyway, getting back to the holiday season. It appears that the predictions for this holiday season shopping are going to be underwhelming. The National Retail Federation said Thursday that it expects holiday sales during November and December to rise between 6 and 8% from last year. I did say rise, however, that doesn't take into consideration the inflation numbers. So they expect the gross numbers to be slightly higher. However, the amount of people spending and the profits are going to be way, way down. It's all about consumer confidence and inflation. Last year, holiday sales grew 13.5% over 2020 and totaled $889.3 billion. And that was a great year, even for the country coming out of its COVID coma. Hiring is also expected to be modest. The expectation is an estimated 450,000 to 600,000 seasonal workers, which, by the way, is less than the 669,800 seasonal hires in 2021. I'm actually wondering if they're going to find these employees. You know, it's hard to find employees. All in all, this year's projected increase would put spending at about $942 billion, and so it's not that big. It's not that big of a number. I think it will be. I don't even think it's going to be that great this year, but just a feeling. If I'm right and the retail sales slow below expectations, expect the market to tank. In fact, if the retail expectations meet the projections, I would also expect the market to tank. Retail expectations would have to skyrocket to move the needle, so expect the market to be unhappy with the results no matter what happens. Oh, and another note, I wonder how much the price of an average Kwanzaa meal has increased this year. You know, look at this. They're tracking the average cost of Christmas meal to be 13% higher, but why aren't they tracking the average increase of a cost of Kwanzaa? Do you know why they're not tracking that? Because they're racist, I tell you. Damn racist. All right, let's take a break here. And you know my book is bright orange. By the way, you know why my book is bright orange? It's because I didn't want to offend anybody with the wrong colors. All right, let's take a break here and take a look at the picture of my book. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and we are here live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And of course, you can leave comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. So make sure you do that. Did you guys know we also have a Spotify channel? You can go there now and subscribe to the Money Chat Now Spotify channel and the Larry Steinhouse Show Spotify channel. That's right, you can subscribe to the channel and listen to all the reports. They're broken out for your enjoyment. Look up Money Chat Now on Spotify and subscribe. And you can also remember that my interviews are continuing. By the way, if you or someone you know would like to benefit from being interviewed by me, please reach out at contactlarry.com or hit me up in Messenger. The interviews are fun and informative, and they're great publicity for your business, and so far they're still free. All right, we're also looking for sponsors of the show and the Saturday show on WPHD. So if you want to be a sponsor, the sponsorship program includes spots here. It includes spots PhD and also a mention in investor schooling. Please reach out. Let me know if you'd like more information on sponsorship. So far, of course, we've been talking about the market recap. The Dow is up about 60. The S&P is up about 8. And the NASDAQ is up about 51. We talked about the fact that homebuyer confidence is terrible. And we talked about if you want more COVID, vote Democrat. It's very simple. You want to get sick, you want to get sick and have to wear masks, vote Democrat. We talked about inflation in the holidays and how my Kwanzaa holiday is just adding up. I can't wait. And coming up, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. Hit that share button right now. Please share it on your page or in groups that you feel will also enjoy the show. Let's talk about what's going on. All right, as I said before, today is all about the election. A red wave will basically meet the expectations of the market, and the market will drop on the news. If the blues hold the seat, well, expect your financial worries to continue and make you even more blue into the Kwanzaa season. Expect the market to drop today after about 1 p.m. The election bump profit takers will get out. They will take their stake, and they will leave the rest of us with tuna fish sandwiches. Nothing really to buy today except puts on the SPY. If the SPY, or I should say, if the S&P crosses 3,900, if it happens today, it'll happen quickly, so be prepared. You might want to set an alert for 3,900. Meta will fall in the next few days as the euphoria of the layoffs will fade away. By the way, it's so weird that one man's pain is another man's pleasure. All right, stop that. You know what I meant. All right, let's get into the futures at one more time. Let's take a look at this. Right now, we have the Dow is up about 60, and we have, it looks like the S&P, again, is up about 8, and we have the NASDAQ up about 53. It's going to be an interesting day. All right, let's talk about crypto. Crypto. So both Ethereum and Bitcoin dropped overnight. By the way, this is a classic tell for the stock market. You know, usually when Bitcoin goes down, the market goes negative. And so I really think the market today is going to go negative today or tomorrow. And Bitcoin, by the way, is now below 20,000, and Ethereum is about 1480. So it's dropping. So expect the market to go down too. All right, gold and silver. Gold and silver is not moving much either, and they're also getting boring. Gold is about 1680, but silver is almost 21. Look for both of these to pop in 2023, and I'm going to say after March, that's going to be my prediction. So if you want to load up on gold and silver right now is the time to load up on gold and silver. I think it's going to be a great play into next year, and I think it's going to be right around March where you're going to start to see this happen. Also, the Treasury bond is just over 4.2%. It's headed quickly to 4.25%. I've been saying this also. When it hits 4.25%, that's going to freak out Wall Street for the first time it happens. But then they're going to get used to it, so it's not a big deal. Like I said before, I'm glad that Wall Street's getting used to the Treasury bond being over 4%. That'll make the market start to move up again, and they'll just forget about it. Average mortgage rates are still about 7.8%. It's amazing that people, I mean, it's high. There's no, it's high compared to what we've seen in the last, 20 years maybe, but it's pretty high. So compared to that. But remember, I bought my first house. at 13% interest rates, and that was a bargain. Really, it was a bargain at 13%. So keep that in mind too. All right, let's talk about oil. Oil is over $90 a barrel, and it's creeping up again. And the average gas price is moving up, and now it's $3.90. Listen, I'm telling you right now, the post-election day increase is already starting to kick in. Wait till next week. It's going to reach 4.25 again. And if you thought $5 was high, vote Democrat, and you will see $7. So, Ken, I'm looking forward to, if your side wins, you're going to owe everybody watching this show at least $2.50 a gallon for every gallon of gas they buy. Because that's what's going to happen. The gas is going to go up. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are here live every morning at 7:30 on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And remember, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And hey, go out and vote and make it a profitable day.